Alright. Alright guys. X is one part and sine 1 over x is the second part. Agreed? Now, what could we turn 1 over x into? X minus 1, don't we? So would you agree with sine? I don't necessarily know if I need it yet, but you'd agree that that's the same thing, right? And that's your green part, and that's your yellow part. Is that okay? Now, here's what we're going to do next. We're going to have to differentiate the function, and we're going to have to use the product rule. So u is going to be x. So what's the u dx? 1. V is what? And what would a bit of revision while we're here? You ready? Just give me a sec. If I differentiate sine 3x, what would the answer be? Cos 3x, and then you differentiate the angle to get 3 cos 3x. Cool with you guys? Now, let's do the same thing, except it's sine x minus 1. So it's going to change directly into cos. But then we're going to have to differentiate the angle. It is it's close to that. When you differentiate x minus 1, you take 1 away from the power. You bring the minus 1 to the front. So minus 1x minus 2. That was awkward, wasn't it? That was quite a tough part. You cool with that? Now, when you're asked to differentiate 1 over x, when you differentiate ln x, it turns into 1 over x. And when you integrate 1 over x, it turns back into ln x. That's nothing to do with this one, I'm afraid. Actually, no, because we're differentiating. So I can see why you're getting mixed up. Because we're differentiating, we don't need it. What we did was perfect. Well, I can see why you were thinking that. All right. It was easy enough to differentiate, though. Well, we were able to do it more so. All right, guys, let's do the product rule now. So what's the u times the v dx? So it's x times, what is it then? Minus 1. What is x minus 2? Would you agree it's 1 over x squared? So it's minus 1 over x squared, agreed? Then cos, and what's x minus 1? 1 over x, isn't it? See what I did? Change one bit at a time. And then so that's u times the v dx. Now we're going to do v. What's v? Sine 1 over x, isn't it? And times the u dx, which is 1. Okay, and now we're just going to tidy this up now, aren't we? And what happens when we tidy up? What's x divided by x squared? What's x divided by x squared? Minus 1 over x cos 1 over x plus sine 1 over x. So we got that part there. That's our answer. And we have the same answer as they have. Now part 2, what's part 2 want? Find the slope of the tangent when x equals pi over 4. Okay, now please remember that, okay, copy, and we're going over here and we're going to paste it. Okay, see that? Now, please remember that this is a curve. We don't know what it looks like, but it's a curve of some variety. Would you agree with that? And what's a tangent mean again? Line that hits it only once. And at that point, the first derivative is the slope of that line. Would you agree with that? So that's the first derivative, which is actually the slope. And what do we need to sub in as the x value? 4 over pi. Now, since we're dealing with 4 over pi, what do you think are... Oh, can I show you something here? if x equals 4 over pi, yeah, would everybody agree that x over 1 is 4 over pi? What happens when we turn both of them upside down? 1 over x is pi over. So do you see what I can do there? Actually, I should have done that at the start of the question as well, shouldn't I? I should have just done that as pi over 4. You're going to throw all that into your calculator. But what's the very important thing you need done on your calculator? Radians. So you're going to need to make sure that your angle unit is in radians. Okay, whichever way your calculator does that. So minus pi over 4. That'll give you guys. What do we get? We got minus 0.08. Oh, I forgot cos, didn't I? Yeah, sorry about that. You got 0.15. And let's get 0.15. Answer's 0.15, and that was a 15-mark question, the two parts combined.